going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simulation for the Nation and welcome to Valley View. Now this, as many of you will probably know at this point, this is the new modding map from Dusty Dave. This was created as part of the Modding Mania competition over on FS17. And it is now available for public download, so go on there if you haven't already purchased it and get it downloaded. You will be able to enjoy this map as much as I am. So currently on FSUK.com there are 5 maps in which to choose from. They are all available to download, and as of 5 PM on the 13th of, or this evening, sorry, on the 16th of March, you will be able to vote for your favourite of those 5 maps, and the decision and the award will be announced at the end of the month on the 29th. So as I mentioned here, we are in Valley View. This is a bit of a fence farm, as you can probably see. These are machines we're starting off here. We've probably gone a bit big, but we're going big because we've got some big hills. And we want to get a lot done here in this little mini-series. So we have, this is our only non-fend, this is our JCB Fast Track 4220. This is a model which only has front wheel steer, so it's not quite as twitchy and poor to handle as some of the other models out there. We jump into a 724 Fendt Vario after that. We've got the Krone Compressor on the back of there at the moment. Class Scorpion telehandler, we've been spreading some fertiliser on the grassland of late, so that's ready to go with some more. Our biggest tractor here by a country mile is a 1050 Fendt Vario, absolute monstrous thing. And then we have a 939 Vario, 390 horsepower thereabouts, lovely, lovely Fendt Vario, really do like this a lot. So we have a few other machines dotted around there. We've got a combine arrived just recently. We didn't go too big. We've got a New Holland CR 9.90, which is just around here with a 30 foot cut. So a big cut, big combine, big output, which is all we can ask for across the board. So there we are. That's pretty much our kit. And then in here we have a few other little things. We've got our mower setup, our little hardy sprayer, fertilizer spinner, and the rake. So we will get about all of that in some detail. Now, for those of you who haven't seen it, let's just maybe pull up here. This is the map. Predominantly, we're currently in the northwest corner. Predominantly, the north of the map is arable land, and then a lot more of the southern area is grassland. In the northeast corner, we do have the sheep farm. We own the 2 grass fields around the sheep farm, and as of now, they are the 2 fields that have been mowed down. So we're going to go and ted that out for some hay today. We'll get that baled up there, and we'll see how we stand. So that's where we're looking at the moment. So I think at this stage, without further ado, we'll crack on, and then we'll see how we stand, because we want to be able to see what we're looking like really. At the moment, we haven't got seasons engaged. Now the reason for that, we own field 16, and that is the only field we currently have as we start off, which has a crop in it. So we're going to harvest that. We're going to bale some hay for the sheep so we can get started with the sheep, and then we'll turn seasons back on and we'll crack on with it from there as a fully working series from there. And now we did start this in a previous live stream where we were lucky enough to be able to get going with the mowing. So we mowed these 2 fields down, as I said. We'll jump over here today, we'll give them a bit of a ted out, and then we'll see how we're looking. Do need to turn my lights on now. There are a couple of fields around here which hopefully will be the next ones I'll try and strive to buy once we get a little bit more money. I don't know the cost of these, but they are fairly large fields, so one would imagine they are fairly substantial. But the first goal will be to get this hay baled, get it under cover, get that wheat cut, baled, led away, and potentially sold if we need to, depending upon the price when we re-engage seasons. Because we need to bring some money in to buy some, to keep ourselves afloat for the year, but also to buy a significant head of sheep. I'd like to think we could get above 200 to give us a substantial number to work on. Of course, we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. But these are, as everyone familiar with Dusty Dave's work will know, he's a very talented mapper. This is his latest effort. He is working on a few more efforts, I'm led to believe, as well. But this is probably one of his biggest maps to date. And it is a really, really well detailed map. We will, throughout the course of the series, we'll venture south and we'll go and have a explore around and see what else is up for grabs. Some very interesting features around the town and further south. So, of course, we'll have to go and have a quick exploration through those as well. But for now, we really, whilst the sun is shining, as they say, we really must make some hay. So in order to do that, we'll have to ted it out first. It is a pretty nice day though, so we've got the back window open. We've got the coon rake on the tedder on the back. I believe this is in the region of about 6 meters in width. And certainly nothing at all for this fast track to handle. So these are our fields here. There's one, there's two. Nice little bit of grass in there. We were able to get a little a bit of nitrogen put down on there first, just to allow for that real kick of growth before we came to bale it. Ooh, we need to get around here. There we go. Perfect stuff. So this yard here is nice, isn't too big. It's nice and compact, really. We do have a nice stack yard here as well, though, just so we've got plenty of space to stack hay from around these fields in there. That's a great little yard. So it'll be nice to get that filled up. But we'll swing into here for now. And yes, we'll make a start in this. No time like the present. Here. Awesome, so we're going to get cracking here and then I'll come back to you as soon as we get set up. Alright then folks, we are flying. Had a little bit of configuration set up to do just when we entered the field a few times to swap out, just to make sure everything was working properly, which I'm happy to report we are. These fields, as I mentioned, aren't too big, but it shouldn't take us too long to get around, but there's a nice little bit of grass on here just to keep us going. One thing I'm always anxious to do is make sure we get our livestock up and running quickly, but what I don't want to do is do that and compromise their well-being by not having any food for them, really, any hay, grass, whatever it may be. So yeah, we'll get this one all knocked out. It shouldn't take us too long at all. We might see if we get the rake in. I'm actually waiting for some net wrap at the moment, so we aren't able to bale. We are expecting that to arrive. A few phone calls I've had would suggest it should be arriving tomorrow morning, so we'll have to see how that goes. But at the moment, yeah, we are a little bit hamstrung, which won't be the first time, let me put it that way. But we might as well just get everything else ready. Could even get this swathed up tonight, which would be good. So I hope you're all doing very well. Hello and welcome once again to some more new subscribers. Welcome along to the family. Hope you do enjoy your stay here. It's very nice to have you along, I must say. For every little time I get a notification saying someone's new joined the family, it is quite a remarkable feeling. But yeah, welcome along. If you are reviewing or downloading or playing any of the modern Mania maps, do let me know down below which ones you're playing, which ones you're enjoying. Would love to know. This is going to be with Valley View. It's going to be a bit of a mini-series, I think. We'll see how it goes. I do want to ensure that I cover all of the modern Mania maps, because they are all very much worthwhile. Some phenomenal effort gone into those maps as well. So do make sure you let me know, and also make sure you check them all out and give them all good. Even if you download them, have a good run around, good play. Just let you will find aspects of them you enjoy, for sure. But what I might do at this moment, we're just going to whiz around with the tether. We'll get this field done in the other field, then we'll fly back over to the main yard, we'll put the rake on, see how we're doing for time. We might come back in and then get this road up quickly as well. But for now, we'll just, like I say, we'll just crack on, and we'll catch up with you when we get to the end. Well, welcome back everybody. We've got the headlands knocked off on this second field here, so it really shouldn't take us too much longer to power through and get the rest of this done. This machine just coasts along. I mean, that being said, it is 220 horsepower, so you'd expect it to, but it is really just coasting through the fields here. So, but we're getting it all done. That's the main thing. And yeah, we probably will just take the tractor back up at this stage, hook on the rake, and see how we're looking. It is a little bit wet under at the bottom of the swath there, so it probably won't get it baled today. We'll leave it just to dry out overnight. Wilt a little bit more. There's a good breeze, like I mentioned earlier, so it is kind of, the air is going through it there quite quickly, so it shouldn't take too long to dry out, all being well. But what we'll do is, like I say, we'll just leave it for now. Get everything set up, get everything ready, so we can come and attack it first thing tomorrow. But yeah, it will certainly do no harm just to leave it down. As I said, at the moment there we have one field to harvest, one field of wheat to get cut sometime soon. Then we'll be ready to drill, and you can see we do have. Just bring up my map again. We do have a few fields there to drill. We've got 5, 6, 7, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're going to have quite a bit of a task on our hands there. We will be ploughing it through first of all as well, just to reset the field before we put any of our own things into the ground. So we'll be ploughing it, and based on the, well, let's see, we'll base it on the soil test. We're getting the we're going to get one of our analysts out soon to have a look at it, and one of our agronomists is going to come test all the soil, get the pH levels of the soil recorded, so we know what's in the soil. We know mineral from a mineral count perspective, what we've got, what we need to add, which will be very interesting to follow up on, and we'll take it from there. Once we know where we stand with the soil and the soil types, we know what can grow very well, what doesn't like growing, and we can make some adjustments from there. So that will be interesting. I do like sort of establishing where we stand from the beginning, which is very important to me. So we'll do that, and then yeah, we should be in a good place to go. Livestock wise, like I said, we are only going to be looking after and keeping sheep here. We won't be doing livestock on this particular farm. I have yet to find a good place in which to buy a large quantity of sheep. There's a few livestock auctions around here that we can go to, but we won't be able to get the numbers that ideally I would like to see the flock grow. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But we're always looking to find ways to grow and expand, and we will find some further down the line. But for now, as I mentioned there, we'll just have to keep going as we are and see what we can do. But the main thing we can do at the moment is to continue to prepare by getting our hay ready, and that should be fine. So yeah, lots to do, lots to think about, but the main thing is we've got the structure in place, we've got the foundation there. So it's going to be a good few days, weeks to get this set up. In terms of a series, well, we'll just see how many videos keep coming along, really. I don't have a schedule or a structure yet, but we can always wait and see. It would be, it's always the best way to go, I find. There we go. Excellent stuff. In some places, this isn't the thickest of crops. On the hill here is before we took over this land, I do believe there was a tenant farmer on here who was just leasing the land, not the buildings, and they had a few sheep on here which weren't taken off until probably only about 5 weeks ago, which was a little bit late for my liking. Ideally they would have come off a little bit early to give the fresh grass, the growing grass, a real chance to kick on. But you know, we can't do anything about that now, so we hit this with some 20-10-10 nitrogen, phosphate and sulfur, so it's really got a good kick just to put some fresh shoots into the ground there. So that's what we want. We want the fresh green shoots, which when we dry them out are full of are very nutrient rich, so it's good nutritious hay for the livestock. And we'll get this last little bit, and then we're good to go. Excellent stuff. So we'll head on back over to our gateway. We'll just make sure all the loose bits of hay are taken off the tether, and then we'll get this folded up. This fast track has phenomenal road speed, so with that in mind, we will be doing a lot of haulage work with this. It'll do light field work, but primarily I do foresee this as being a hauling tractor. It's just so efficient and so comfortable on the road. I haven't met anything like it to date. Stop that, that's perfect. So at the moment the tether is looking nice and clean. Not a scratch on it, not a piece of hail on it, nothing. So we're just got it all folded up. Excellent, and we will get ourselves out of here. Plenty of storage space down here as well with these sheds here, and then the Dutch barns over the road here on the stackyard. Some muck heap there, or silage clamp there as well, which is good. The vario transmission on this fast track is really fluid, really smooth. You can't fault it at all. And away we go. There's a heck of a view over this map. It really is. Look at the valley. It really looks great. And we will be covering a lot. Despite, like I said, despite us only predominantly farming in the north of the map, we will cover the entirety of the map. That's for sure. Oh, we've just gone past 16, have we? Yes, missed it. Just gonna have a quick check into 16, see how it's looking, but we've missed that. Too busy whizzing along in the fast track. And back we are. Perfect. So we'll just stick this around the corner. We'll pop the tether back in one of the sheds. Try not to keep too much stuff here because it just looks a bit cluttered after a while. Lots of storage opportunities though. Just about enough space. Get this tucked right in the corner here. I'm not sure quite how I'm going to be able to get my rake out. I think I might have to move the combine for that. The rake's on the other side of that wall there. Oh, we might be okay here. Stuff. Now though, if I can get enough swing to kind of peel my way out of here, that'll be the big thing we need. We've only gone and done it, folks. There we are. So like I say there, we are waiting for some more net wrap to come in here for the chrome baler. We'll just stop the vent there for now. fast track, sorry. Too many fence, keep getting everything mixed up. Let's open the door. Shut that down. Oh, I've got my flashing lights on. There we go. Okay. So as we have a look at this baler here, if I just jump around, I do like the Black Beauty colours on a Fent, I won't lie. I've even got my toolbox strapped on the side there as well. You never know when you need a new tool, a spanner or two. That is why I want to open that. So at the moment, those 2 rows we have in there are practically empty, so we are waiting to change those out. Now what I will say is we will be getting some more of that in the, like I say, in the next few days. The great thing about this baler is we do have the ability to change the bale sizes from 1 to 1.3 to 1.5 and 1.8. We will be going for the larger size. That will be best suited for us there. We don't have to put it through any wrappers or any kind of bale machines or bale handling machines, feeding machines. So 1.8 will be great. Other than that, at the moment now we are all good to go. So as I mentioned, we will be. Let me just take this off. We will be coming back here tomorrow where hopefully we can get this all baled up, so do stick around and see where we stand there. What I would like to do is just shut that door. Tidy. So in the meantime, as I mentioned, if you're yet to check this out, do go and check out Valley View by Dusty Dave. It is thoroughly recommendable. It is a great map, great detail, and I'm sure you'll have as much fun as I am, and I know I will be. But until next time, thank you very much for watching as always. If you have enjoyed today's episode, do give it a thumbs up. I will put links in the description for the modding contest and Dusty Dave himself, so do make sure you check him out. But until next time, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, happy farming.